If you've ever suffered with pain, or you know someone who suffered with pain, you know how uncomfortable it can be for a lot of people who are extremely in a lot of discomfort with getting to sleep correctly. I'm Trishul Vadi, and in this video I'm going to tell you all about how you can sleep better to make sure you can help your pain. Before I do that, I'd really appreciate if you could follow me on all of my social media channels. Any one of those, I'm on the same handle on there, and I really appreciate if you could like this video, if you could share it with someone that you may think may find it useful, and also make sure you follow me on all those channels. So leave me a comment too. I'd love to hear from you what you think. Now, when we're in pain, if we can't sleep well, the problem is that we then don't fall into the healing phases of sleep. Now, sleep is very important because we do it for quite a significant amount of our lives, and the healing phases of sleep is what allows us to regenerate and recuperate so we can build back stronger bodies and then carry out the tasks that we enjoy doing in life. Now, when we're in pain, it's much like when the building is on fire. All the emergency services are going off, all the alarms are going off, it's raging, it's really angry. And first of all, we want to find the source of that problem. So if you haven't been able to kind of let it calm down, we definitely need to think about seeking professional advice. Whilst you're waiting for an appointment, or at least you're trying to get comfortable before you go and get to the appointment, there's a few things you could potentially do to help calm it down and make you feel a bit more comfortable. Now, the first piece of advice I'll often give a lot of my patients is try and find what's the most comfortable position for you. The reason that's so broad and generic is because until we really find the root cause of the problem, which can be different for a lot of different people, we need to make sure that whatever your body's telling you is the right thing. So just get into a comfortable position. And that's okay for the short while, even if it's a weird, awkward position. But for the long term, we've got to really find what's going on. Let's go through some different positions that a lot of people sleep in. So let's think about lying on your front, for example, first of all. If you're lying on your front, and people sometimes do like to sleep on their front, it's not the best position. Because first of all, I don't know anyone who sleeps on their front and is completely aligned and correct. So most people tend to sleep more like a kind of Spider-Man, Batman kind of style, with the pelvis twisted off, the leg up here, all that kind of position, and also the neck twisted in a very awkward angle, even if they are comfortable without pain. Another position is side lying. So a lot of people like to be lying on their side, or maybe up into like a fetal position. Again, with that, whichever side you're lying on is going to be putting much more compression through that side, and so you're not getting right and balanced through there. Similarly, if you think about those two for just a moment, we would never sit or stand for 6 to 8 to 10 hours a day. Why are we doing that when we're sleeping? It just doesn't make sense when we apply common sense and logic. So the last position by process of elimination, we're left with lying on your back. On your back, if you can, you want to be lying flat, ideally head up. If you have some discomfort in your lower back, you may want to put some pillows underneath your knees just to take the pressure off the hamstrings, stops pulling on your pelvis and stops straining your lower back. But even then, when you're feeling comfortable and good, you still want to sleep in that position because it's hard to get that wrong, and it's also great because everything's in balance. We'll also be mindful that the pillows or the cushions or the mattresses that you're sleeping on, if they're serving you correctly, think about how often we need to change our mattresses and pillows. Now, if you've got a very old mattress, it's probably dipping, maybe one that's more than 8 to 10 years old. So we need to think about replacing that mattress. The most best piece of advice I can give you to go and find a new mattress is you need to do a few things. One, make sure you dedicate between 60 to 90 minutes just to search for a new mattress and bed. Now, the reason for that is because most of us, when we go out shopping for these things, we've been walking around all day in these big stores, maybe buying some other bits of furniture, and when it comes to buying the bed, we might jump on one, see if it feels comfortable, and by the way, within a few minutes, most beds seem to be comfortable because your legs are a bit achy anyway from standing and walking around. So you might think, actually, it feels a bit comfortable, seems a bit right, the price is about right, let's go for that one. However, that's such a tiny fraction if you're only lying on it for a few minutes to really mimic how you would sleep at nighttime. Whereas if you pick your top 3 mattresses before you go to the store, whether it be in your budget, your size, all the rest of you need to go for, then you pick those top 3, you go there, you lie on each one for at least 20 to 30 minutes. When you lie on those for 20 to 30 minutes, what you've been thinking about is let your body just sink into that mattress in that comfortable position. If the salespeople come over and ask you, oh, what are you doing? Well, so actually, look, I just need to test these mattresses out. if I fall asleep on this, then probably one is the one I want to go for anyway. The other thing you want to think about is getting the right pillows. So similarly, what you want to do is go tonight, when you go home, is get a blank wall, and pick up your current pillows. Whether you are lying on your side, even though I've advised you not to, if you prefer it, if you're lying on your side or lying on your back, you want to think about placing those pillows behind your neck if you're lying on your back, or on your side, to see how that feels for you then. Now, if you're finding that if you're lying on your back, if you've got too many cushions, your head's going to be dropping down like this, and that's going to put a strain on your neck. So we don't want to do that really. So you want to think about just supporting the back of your neck here, so your head and your back is in nice straight alignment, and just that dip in the back of your neck is covered and supported. Or similarly, when you're lying on your side, you want to just have the space between your head and the wall, if you're testing it out at home against a wall, but when you're lying down, against your head and the mattress, just supporting that area, rather than having too many cushions and your neck's going the other way, or too few and your neck's going this way, jamming up these joints and putting a strain on the other muscles and nerves as well. Listen, I hope you found this video useful. I hope you try these out and let me know. I'd love your feedback about how you found it, and if it's helped you. If you've got any questions, please do leave me a comment, DM me. I'd love to answer any questions that you have. In the meantime, please do remember to subscribe to all of my social media channels. I look forward to connecting with you. Thank you.